the obvious simile, and this is one of the stories from my book, which I haven't told for a long time now, was a story which an old school friend, who I met last April again, always keep in contact with him. He visited the island of Jamaica about 25 years ago, just on a little holiday, and he decided to go up country. And he managed to find himself in a little village or town, which not many people go to, and staying with a few friends. He was young, he could get on with people. And that evening they took him to a movie. But it was one of these drive-in movies. That they used to have, I'm not sure if there's still any drive-in movies here in Perth, but big screens, and you go in your car and you just watch the movie. However, he was very surprised to see the screen, this huge screen. It wasn't like a cloth screen like they have in Australia or United States. It was a concrete screen, really thick, and it was huge. And he couldn't help asking, why have they got a concrete screen, to show a movie for people in cars? It must have cost a fortune. And his host said, yeah, it did cost a fortune. They explained why they had to build this concrete screen. Because Jamaica is a very violent country, an up country. Sometimes there's a lot of violence, and everyone has guns. And apparently this town was noted for its violence. And most of the people in the town, the sort of movies they liked were cops and robbers and westerns, where there's lots of gunfights. But what actually happened, that when there was a gunfight on the screen, the people in the cars would get their guns out and join in. And if they didn't like the sheriff, they'd shoot the sheriff. If they didn't like the cop, they'd shoot the cop. It's a true story. And the owner of this drive-in movie theatre had gone through so many cloth screens and gotten all shot up by the audience that in the end he decided to bite the bullet and actually put a concrete screen up there so that people could go for their life. It's interactive cinema. I'm sure that any entrepreneur here in Perth could maybe build one of those. IMAX, you've all been to IMAX before, you've all gone to these cinemas in the round. Interactive cinema, big concrete screen, they give you the gun, bang, 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 you can join in. But you wondered actually, why do people get involved in that? It's only a movie after all. But how many times have you watched the movies or you watch the TV, oops, you get upset and afraid. It's only a movie. Or you get crying because somebody shot the guy who was going to marry that beautiful girl. Whatever it is, why do you get involved in these things? Sometimes it's nice to get involved, you enjoy it, but sometimes it's bad for your health.